Hello there. How's your relationship with our fluffy little cats? You're getting along, right? Sure, it can be a little tricky at first, but over time it starts to feel like you're actually communicating. Even if you're skeptical, wondering, how could a cat possibly understand me? For your cat, understanding you is a matter of survival. After all, you're the one feeding them. That's why cats are the ones putting in the effort to understand and communicate with you. Just look at social media. There are millions of videos of talking cats.
Why?
Because they have to get their message across. If they don't, they might go hungry. Cornell University's College of Veterinary Medicine has conducted research on feline vocalizations and their connection to health. But one of my favorite studies comes from Nicastro, a graduate student in the lab of psychology professor Michael Oren. Nicastro found a clear link between how a meow sounds and how urgent it feels. He explains, the sounds rated as more urgent, or less pleasant, or longer, with more energy in the lower frequencies, like meow. The sounds rated as more pleasant, or less demanding, were shorter, with energy spread evenly across high and low frequencies. These started high and went low, like a meow. A sweet, appealing meow might come from a shelter cat hoping to be adopted. Nicastro says, in that context, it wouldn't help a cat to sound too demanding. The pleasant-sounding cats are more likely to be adopted, while the demanding ones risk being overlooked. Inspired by this, we'll explore how long meows signal persistence, how sweet meows show your cat knows you'll respond, and how angry meows might mean they're frustrated, not because they hate you, but because they feel communication has broken down. There are tons of so-called cat translators out there, claims like, we've identified 40 vocal types, or we've tuned into this frequency. Honestly, they feel a bit absurd, a bit commercial. We get it, they're trying to sell us a device. But do we really need a gadget to understand our cat? As I said at the beginning, even if we don't try to communicate, our cats are already trying. With persistence and hope, they're doing their best to tell us what they need. In this video, we've created a short, simple, and clear guide for anyone who wants to truly listen to their cat. Because the best communication is love, I believe your bond is already amazing. And if you'd like to keep that connection going with us too, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Let's start from the very beginning. Are you ready? Here's the sound of a newborn kitten. Did we understand anything? Of course not. Because we're searching for meaning, for a message. So, let's try this instead. Now listen to the sound of a human baby. Did that make sense to you? It's just the cries of a life that's just arrived in the world. And that's exactly what newborn kittens do too. You get the idea. She doesn't speak, but her cry says, leave it. You know how we humans tend to label our emotions? We say, I'm scared, I'm angry, I'm sad. But animals, especially young ones, don't name their feelings. They express them. Kitten-sibling fight sounds. No crying here. No siren-like meowing. No need to intervene. They're just playing. They're not hungry. They're not in danger. It's all part of growing up. Kitten cries calling for mom. Tiny voices, soft and high-pitched. The babies are calling for their mother. It's not panic. It's not pain. It's just that warm, instinctive sound. I'm here. Where are you? Let's pause here. Do cats communicate through sound or scent? Kittens find their mother by smell, not by calling out. They don't meow to locate her. That's because scent is their primary language. Sound, on the other hand, is a signal, a call. It's used when they need attention, not for everyday communication. So yes, cats live in a world of scent. Meowing? That's just their way of saying, "Hey, I need you." Mother cat calling her kittens. As you can see, she's not meowing. No loud cries. No high-pitched sounds. She's just purring low, steady, calm. Even with the door closed, she doesn't call out. She quietly walks over to open it. Why? Because her kittens already hear her. They're not lost. They just can't reach her. Hungry kitten sounds. It's simple, really. The kitten has one problem. It's hungry. And it's not shy about saying so. That cry? It's not drama. It's not confusion. It's discomfort. It's a clear message to mom. I need food. And the mother cat? She hears it. She understands. She responds by feeding her babies. Kitten reacts. This time, the kitten isn't quiet. Mom did something it didn't like. Maybe she moved too fast. Maybe she picked it up when it wasn't ready. Whatever it was, the kitten lets her know. It's not just a sound. It's a protest. A tiny burst of attitude. Because even little ones have boundaries. And Mom? She listens. Let's sum it up. Cats don't meow just for fun. They use sound to react, to express discomfort, needs, or urgency. And what about human babies? They can't talk either. So they cry. Whenever something feels wrong, hunger, fear, frustration, they respond with sound. In this section, we've seen two types of vocal behavior. Purring, the mother cat's way of bonding and reassuring her kittens. Squealing, the kitten's way of saying, I need something, or I don't like this. Now here's a question for you. What does a human baby do when it feels threatened? It doesn't just cry. It flinches. It pulls back. It hides its face and curls its hands, instinctively protecting itself. Hissing kitten. Just like a human baby cries when it's scared, a kitten hisses. It's not aggression. It's fear. It's a warning. Back off. I don't feel safe. That sound, sharp, sudden, instinctive, is the kitten's way of saying, I'm small, but I'm not helpless. Fear doesn't always look the same. But whether it's a baby flinching or a kitten hissing, yes, I think we've come a long way in understanding a few things so far. Now it's time to talk about how cats begin to communicate, just like human babies do. Think about how a baby starts speaking, repeating short, simple words like mama or da, right? Cats go through a similar process. They can't speak, but they do learn the words you repeat often. Over time, they begin to understand them. Even if they never say, yes, mom, they might meow in a way that gets you to open the door. So no, we're not teaching our cats English. We're learning how to communicate with them in a shared language, one built on repetition, tone, and emotional cues. Now our kittens are growing up. And what's the first stage of adulthood? That's right, mating. I won't comment too much on this part grinning face with sweat, but let's just say we've learned to recognize a few new sounds: howling, yowling, and even the cries of rejection or rivalry, especially when two males fight over a female. We'll dive deeper into those adult cat sounds in our next video. Until then, take care and keep listening closely to your feline friends. They're saying more than you think.